No.
Are we?
Hey, everyone, and welcome to our summer kickoff, our day one of our Spirit Week. Um, my name is Kristen Marbury, and I am the team lead of the Detroit Promise Path Campus Coaches. I am at Macomb Community College, and today we are going to be doing our first day of our Spirit Week. So today we are here to talk about the Detroit Promise Scholarship, as well as tell you more about the Detroit Promise Path program that more than likely you are now a part of. Um, so each day this week, we are going to be doing different topics. So, like I said, today we're going to be talking about the Detroit Promise. Tomorrow we will have the Detroit Promise ambassadors doing a Q&A panel in which, there are current students, so you can hear from a current student just various things that they've experienced. Wednesday, we'll be having different college services come and speak. So, financial aid, advising, support services. Thursday, we'll be playing College Card Revoked, where you can test out your college knowledge and learn something new. And each day this week, we're going to be doing something for a photo scavenger hunt. So if you have a Twitter, even if you don't have a Twitter, make one, because this is an opportunity for you to earn some money. So each day we will have three things that you will post on Twitter with the hashtag Detroit Promise. And today, those things are: take a selfie with your high school graduation cap on, make a post or a screenshot of you making a friend at your new college, and take a selfie in some of your future school's gear. So if you do those three things on Twitter and hashtag Detroit Promise, you could have a possible chance of winning a $50 Amazon gift card. And we will actually be doing this each day this week, where we'll have different things that you'll have to do for the scavenger hunt and could still win $50. And at the end of the week, on Friday, we'll be having our big reveal of a $100 gift card, in which, if you do a TikTok and get some other Detroit Promise students to stitch it, then you could win $100. So this is definitely something that you don't want to miss out on. Make sure you stay in tune with us this week. So each day we're going to be doing something at 1 p.m. So just make sure you tune into our Facebook, our Twitter, or our YouTube page. And on Saturday, we are going to be ending with a beautiful ice cream social from 12 to 2 at Palmer Park. So just make sure you come out and just have a good time. I just want to say congratulations to the class of 2021. You all have done it. You're here. You are college students now, and we can't wait to celebrate with you all. So if you do have any questions throughout this live, make sure you drop them in the chat, and we will definitely answer them as we move forward. And I'm going to pass it over to Jade.
So thank you, Kristen. My name is Jade Scott, and I am one of the managers with the Detroit Promise. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our two-year partners, our community colleges. So once again, we partner with 6 community colleges to help offer you a tuition-free path to college. If you have not done so already, you do still have time to sign your commitment form. So what happens is you register for the Detroit Promise, and then you let us know what college you will actually be attending in the fall by signing your commitment form. We have been emailing you and texting you this form weekly. All you need to do is click the form. It'll take you under 5 minutes to complete it. You do need your college student ID for the college you will be attending, and then you sign for one of these 6 partnering colleges. Some things to remember about the 2-year funding is that we do cover tuition and mandatory fees only. And I think we're going to the next slide. So with the community college funding, we do cover tuition and mandatory fees only. You must complete your FAFSA. We are a last dollar scholarship. So any money that you get from the Pell will be applied first after completing your FAFSA, in addition to any tip dollars that you might be eligible for. And then we will kick in and cover the remaining balance for your tuition and mandatory fees. If you have a bill, or if you don't see Detroit Promise on your account, or if you don't have enough funding to cover your tuition and mandatory fees, this is when you need to contact the financial aid office at your college. They package your financial aid accordingly. We let them know you're a Detroit Promise student. And they make sure that you are covered. But if by chance anything happens, they're the ones that you want to talk to. So talk to the financial aid office. One thing to also remember about our community college funding is we will pay for you to get your associates, but we also cover many skilled trades and short-term certificate programs that are Pell eligible as well. So if you're looking at what options are available to you, make sure you're checking those out, because those might be something quick that you can do to help you get to that next. One thing about the Promise is we also are always trying to make sure you are connected to other resources and connecting you to what's available on campus. We also have a program called the Detroit Promise Path, which one of our managers, White-Reese Harris, will talk a little more about. But there are plenty of programs that are available on your college campuses that are there to support you. Like Kristen mentioned, later this week, we are going to have a lot of the college departments come to talk to you. So advising, financial aid, and a few others, career services, they will come and talk about what supports are offered for you on the college campuses as well. One thing that we also want you to pay attention to is, yes, you have the scholarship, but we want to make sure you are successful. So we want to make sure you keep the scholarship. With the Promise, we require that you maintain a 2.0 overall GPA. We also require that you are a full-time student taking 12 credits per semester. We also require that you maintain SAP. If anytime you are struggling or you are not sure if you will maintain these, we do have appeals. So we are trying to always find ways that we can help you, ways that we can support you, and you can submit an appeal with us. We also will help you through the process of submitting appeal with your college, but we are here to support you and make sure you are successful in college. And I think with that, I am handing it over to our other manager, Stacy Boone.
All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for being here with us today. My name is Stacy Boone. I am one of the other managers of the Detroit Promise with the Detroit Regional Chamber Foundation. We could go to the next slide. I want to give a few details about the four-year aspect. So we have 20 four-year partners, 19 of whom accept freshmen from coming straight out of high school going into college. And those partners are Albion College, Alma College, Cleary University, Eastern Michigan University, Grand Valley State University, Adana University, Michigan State University, Oakland University, all three U of M campuses. So that would be Ann Arbor, Dearborn, and Flint. Walsh College, which only accepts students who are upperclassmen, so juniors and seniors. Wayne State University, Western University, and then we have Central Michigan University, Michigan Tech University, Northern Michigan University, Rochester University, Saginaw Valley State University, and University of Detroit Mercy. Please note that some of our partners are unlimited and some of our partners are limited. The basic difference between the two is unlimited schools will say any student who meets the Detroit Promise requirements, enrolls here, follows the steps, will get the funding that they need, last dollar, to support tuition and mandatory fees. Limited schools limit the number of scholarships they set aside for Detroit Promise students. If there were an issue with the school reaching their limit, you will have heard something from us by now. So everyone should be settled, but if you have questions, as always, please reach out. We are here to be a resource. We are here to help. Next slide, please. The basics of four-year funding is, again, please bear in mind, we only apply toward tuition and mandatory fees. So there are some fees that are not mandatory. Those fees are not covered by Detroit Promise funding. Housing is not a fee. Books are not a fee. Meal plans are not a fee. Those are not things that Detroit Promise funding can be applied toward, but we work with the colleges who are very, very generous in providing the majority of the funding to make sure that every student in Detroit who meets the requirements and follows the steps can go somewhere tuition free. With that being said, you need to make sure that you are in connection at all times with the financial aid office if you receive a bill, if you don't see Detroit Promise on your account, or if you don't have enough funding to cover your tuition and mandatory fees. So when you register for classes, The school will give you a breakdown on your account of your charges. How much is tuition? How much are certain fees? How much are other fees? If you then look at your award letter and you don't see enough gift aid, those would be grants and scholarships to cover the cost that you incurred from registering for classes, you need to be in contact with your financial aid office. The financial aid office applies all of the funding to the account. So they are the ones who will be able to explain to you why certain charges were included, why others were not. Also want to make sure that students understand the colleges are using their own funding to fulfill the promise. So if you don't see Detroit Promise on your award letter, that doesn't mean that you didn't get it. It does not mean that you're not a Detroit Promise student. It means that the college looked at your account and said, okay, Kristen is a Detroit Promise student. So we're going to make sure that we take this Pell and that we take this freshman grant and that we take this other thing and this other scholarship to make sure that all of that adds up to tuition and mandatory fees. But if you have questions, financial aid office is happy to help you with those things. You can reach out to us for support in getting in contact with the right people. However, please understand that because the funding comes from the college and because the financial aid office applies that, your answers are going to lie in the financial aid office. Please do stay connected with us. Make sure you are checking your email. Make sure we have your up-to-date phone number. Make sure you're checking your text messages. We are working very, very hard to make sure that there are job and internships available to Detroit Promise students, and we don't want you to miss out. So please make sure you're remaining connected to us for that. And as you are in college, as you go on your way throughout your college journey, please remember your goal is at minimum a 2.5 every semester, an overall 2.5. Your minimum credit goal is 12 credits completed, understanding that registering for 12 credits means you also need to finish the classes too. If you are in a situation where you drop a class, you miss a credit, you're at 11, oops, something happened, please do not wait until the end of the year to contact us. The moment something starts to feel uncomfortable, the moment you're not sure about something, we would rather you email us 30,000 times and make sure everything's okay than for you to wait until the end of the year and things are falling apart, but it's too late for us to figure something out. We are here to support. We are here to help. We are here to be thought partners. There might be some things on campus, some policies, some workarounds that you might not be aware of, but we need to hear from you as soon as possible if you ever run into trouble so that we can strategize with you on how to best support you. But also keep in touch just to tell us how you're doing. There are a lot of good things happening to Detroit Promise students out there as well, and we want to hear about your success. We want to celebrate with you. When we hear good things from students, we drop it in the group chat. We call each other, did you know this student just did X, Y, and Z? And we celebrate that. So please do share those success stories too. You're not a bother, and we definitely want to hear from you. So please do keep in touch either way. Not sure who's, there we go. Important next steps. Contact your financial aid office. Please remember that filling out the FAFSA is only the first step. Once you fill that piece of paper out, it has to go through the federal government, then it goes through the state, then it goes through your college. And college might need more information from you. The FAFSA is not just a document, it's a process. That process is not considered complete until the school says, yes, we have everything we need from you. If you do not get that, yes, we have everything we need from you from your college, you will not be eligible for accessing Detroit Promise funding. You might get dropped from your classes as well. You might be removed from housing if that's your situation. So please make sure you are checking in with your college. Your college might need additional documents from you if you are selected for verification. And again, that file is not complete until that's done. You can always log into your online portal to see if they need something from you. You can send them an email, but please make sure you are using the email address that the college gave to you. The college will not respond with information that is personal to your account if it is not an email address that they gave to you, because they don't know if somebody else hacked your Yahoo and is trying to pretend to be you and find out your business. Please make sure you're using those official lines of communication, or you can give them a call. Just make sure you have your ID number. You also want to make sure you're connected to advising for a number of reasons. One, they're going to help you get acclimated to the universities and the college's systems. They're going to make sure that you understand what your roadmap to graduation is. They can take questions over the phone. Some of them are doing email advising. Some of them are setting up Zooms or Teams chats, depending on the school. But make sure you are taking advantage of getting in front of an advisor. They can tell you where all of the secrets are hidden. They can tell you where all of the caveats are buried. They will be your very best friend, and you with them before you register for classes each semester, just to make sure you're on track. They can also point you towards different resources on campus if you're not quite sure what you want your major to be, or if you're not sure if this is quite going to work for you, or if you're not sure about this grade that you need to be able to apply to this specific college. So please make sure you're in contact with them. Next slide, please. And I will hand this over to my colleague, Wytrice Harris. Thanks so much again for joining.
Manager of the Detroit Promise Path. The Detroit Promise Path is a coaching program that we put in 4 of our community colleges. Next slide, please. So the community colleges that have a coach is Henry Ford College, Macomb Community College, Oakland Community College, and Schoolcraft College. Jackson and Wayne County, although they are Detroit Promise schools, do not have a coach right now. They have people in their advising department who can help you, but they do not have a Detroit Promise coach. You will, however, still receive your Detroit Promise funding at Jackson and Wayne County, even though they don't have a coach in place. Next slide. So what's a coach? So here's a picture of all of our current coaches and what schools they're at right now. I like to think of the coach as sort of like an extension cord. So if you attend one of those 4 colleges I mentioned, the coach is the person that you can plug into that will help plug you into everything that's happening on that campus. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you're not sure where to find something or how to do something, then you would contact your coach. It's very important that you stay connected with your coach. So important that we actually give you an incentive to do so. So if you meet with your coach twice a month, you will receive a $50 incentive every month that you meet with your coach. The incentive is just to get you in the door so that you can actually meet the coach, see how great they are, and say, hey, I would have come and seen you even if there wasn't any money involved. But nevertheless, you will get the incentive. It's important that you always talk to your coach and are honest with your coach about your situations. Pretty much by now, they've seen everything. So don't think that your situation is too hard or too difficult to help for them to help you figure it out. But they're very, very responsive to things that you need. So if you need help filling out that FAFSA and you haven't done it yet, you want to talk to that coach immediately. If there's something that the financial aid office is asking you about and you don't understand what they're asking you, you definitely want to talk to your coach. If you're speaking with your advisor and you're not sure what they actually told you, you can actually debrief that with a coach and they can actually send you back with the right questions to ask the advisor so that you can get an understanding. So the coach is there to help you out in any scenario that you need. It's also important that you stay connected to your coach because the coach is also a person of resources. So if there's something that you need, you can always ask your coach. They know all the resources that are available on your college campus, and they are even abreast of some of the resources available even in your neighborhoods. So if you think you need it, you may just want to talk to your coach about it, because if they don't know where it is, they can help you find out where it is. So it's important to stay connected with your coach. The meeting that you have with your coach, right now we are still meeting virtually, but we plan to go back in person as soon as possible. It's usually just a 20 to 30 minute conversation twice a month. We also have group meetings where you get to meet other people who are on your campus, who also are Detroit Promise students. We like to create culture so that you guys can get to know each other. And so we make sure that we offer group meetings and individual meetings. It's very low key. It's very, friendly atmosphere so that the coaches can get to know you. My job is, I consider myself the coach of the coaches. And so I make sure that your coach has all of the resources that they need to get you all of the resources that you need. So if you are at Macomb Community College, Henry Ford College, Schoolcraft College, or Oakland Community College, and you haven't talked to your coach yet, make sure that you have completed your commitment form that actually tells us at the Detroit Promise that you're at one of those schools. And then make sure that you're answering those phone numbers that might be coming in that you don't quite recognize. Check your email to make sure that you're not receiving email messages, and coaches will also text you. So make sure that you're responding to the coaches as they outreach and try to connect with you, and they can get you a meeting on the books as soon as possible. Next slide. So we know you have questions. If you have some questions right now, you can feel free to add those to the chat and we'll try to get those answered as soon as possible. But you can also email us at info@detroitpromise.com. Now, if you have a coach, you definitely should reach out to your coach. If you're not sure that you have a coach or you want to know if you have a coach, you can contact us on info@detroitpromise.com and we can tell you if you have a coach. And get you connected. But once you do have a coach and you have connected with your coach, you no longer need to email us on info@DetroitPromise, because the coach can get you connected everywhere that you need to be, and the coach can reach out to whoever you need to be connected to at the Detroit Promise with questions. So make sure that if you don't have a coach, if you're a four-year student, or if you go to Jackson or Wayne County, make sure that you're emailing info@detroitpromise.com with all of your questions. But if you're at one of the other schools, make sure that you contact your coach with all of the questions that you have. And I think I am kicking it back to Kristen.
Yes, so this is just a reminder of what we will be doing during this week, our Spirit Week. So today you just heard about our Detroit Promise Scholarship and from the Detroit Promise Path program. Tomorrow, join us at 1 p.m. to hear from our student ambassadors. They will be doing a Q&A panel. Wednesday, college services, so financial aid, career services, advising. Come hear about those great support services. Thursday, we'll be playing College Card Revolt, so come test your knowledge and learn something new. And also through the week, we'll be doing our scavenger hunt. So make sure you tune in to see which things that you have to meet for each day. So don't forget today, take a selfie with your high school graduation cap on. Make a post or screenshot a post of you making a friend at your new college, and take a selfie in some of your future school's gear. Now, if you do this and post it on Twitter using the hashtag Detroit Promise by 5 p.m., then you could possibly win a $50 Amazon gift card. The winner will be announced tomorrow on the live stream. So make sure you tune in to that. And then Saturday, we will be ending it with a great ice cream social where we'll have games, prizes, giveaways. So that will be at Palmer Park from 12 to 2 p.m. And we can't wait to see you all there. Make sure y'all show up and show out, and we can't wait to celebrate with y'all. So thank y'all for joining this live. Make sure y'all check out our social medias at Detroit Promise on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter, and also YouTube. So check us out and let us know if y'all have any questions.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Be safe, everyone.